Welcome to Tomcat TV. Today, we will be watching the Orville New Horizons. And then it's episode 6, Twice in a Lifetime, as the crew must rescue Gordon from a distant yet familiar world. So I'm very interested in getting into this one. Gordon-centric episodes I do find interesting. I think the last one I remember being a Gordon-centric one is that one with the holodeck. Well, the simulation room or whatever they call it on this, where there's that girl, and I do think I have seen screenshots where that girl was involved again. That being said, I do want to go ahead. Let's get right into this. I don't want to waste too much time. The 14th, I will be watching Halloween Ends, and I will be trying to get that reaction up as soon as I possibly can. And then the 21st or 19th through the 21st on YouTube, I'll have episode 7 of The Orville up. That'll be really good. And then after that, I'm thinking since it'll still be October, I'm thinking of watching one of 3 different movies: Alien, The Thing, or American Werewolf in London. I am excited to watch any of those. I might put a poll up, see what you guys want me to watch, probably on my Patreon, since I do have a few patrons at this point. So feel free to take a look on there, and you'll get early access to videos, full reactions, stuff like that. If there's any full reactions that aren't up, let me know, and I will work tirelessly on getting that up. So thank you so much. Let's get right into this. I'm excited. Twice in a Lifetime, The Orville. Let's go do this. I'm a little stuffy right now. Something's going through the entire family right now.
This is why I love hosting parties, because you can drink, you don't have to go anywhere. Cheers.
I like a drive-in. Just walk the hallways and try not to stumble into a wall.
People like it when you take an interest in their lives.
It's true. People's favorite subject is generally themselves.
Well, it could be anything. Ask them, do they play any sports?
Oh, it's the phone.
Hey, Gordon. What's this?
Sort of memento to keep her in my thoughts.
You talk like you knew this.
Oh, man. It'd be so hard. It's why, honestly, holodeck technology is cool
Take a
and all.
selfie?
A what?
Something I learned from Laura.
Yeah, it would be really difficult with technology like a holodeck or simulations or whatever like that are so detailed and got such sophisticated AI. It'd be so hard to not get too attached and to get obsessed. Because it's something you can control like that's way better than normal life. I mean, and people are always looking for escapes. That's why they do social media and all that crap. It's not borrowing.
In 10 seconds, I'm gonna send this sandwich exactly 10 seconds into the past.
What?
Where'd that come from?
The future. Now, watch.
Huh. That's kind of cool. The idea that it appeared there because he sent it into the past. That's crazy.
And that's why it appeared 10 seconds ago.
Boom.
That's really cool.
Why wouldn't you
I
just
actually
keep
really
it?
like that.
Then you could have. I got an idea. Can you send that 3 months into the future?
Yeah, why?
3 months in the
Because
future.
3 months from now, it'll appear, and that'll be a nice surprise.
You have replicator or whatever. Kermit.
You'll transfer
Hilarious.
the device and all data over to their care.
John's gonna weep. He's losing his favorite toy.
Tori's gonna be a hell of a lot safer there. I'll contact you soon. Perry out.
Yeah, time travel would be very concerning, to be honest. In control of anyone, really.
Captain, we've been hailing the station for the past 5 minutes. There's no response.
Oh shoot, something destroyed? Dang. Not good. Is that from the Kalon?
Captain, a convoy of Kalon ships is dropping out of Quantum.
Jeez, Kalon's ship design is so freaking cool. I love it. I really do. Man. You know what, guys, I just want to say, I really appreciate all the people who have subscribed and liked and commented saying that they really enjoy this series, saying that they enjoy my series of watching this series. Because I really do love this show, and I guess it helps that there's not many people that are reacting to this. And it's also still a really popular show, and I think that there's definitely a lot of people out there who still love the OG Star Trek more than they like a lot of the new stuff that they've come out with. And I think that's kind of the mark that this satisfies, really. So they're going to do some sort of time travel thing. Are they going to travel into the past and he's actually going to meet that girl? That would be crazy. How did she die in history? Did they say she died somehow? I can't remember. I'm sure they'll mention it again if they did, but... Yeah, GTFO. Jeez, no. Holy cow.
You will surrender the device.
Back off now, or we'll destroy it ourselves.
You will surrender the device, or you will die.
Dang. Dang. Oh, this is such a cool shot. I really like that. Whoa.
And it's not possible he was injured during one of the blasts. On his way back to the bridge?
Okay, so Gordon did disappear.
Somewhere I'd know about it.
Any organic residue.
The Aronov device, that's what was in the very first episode, right? If I understand correctly. They used it to age that banana ray. The anti-banana ray, that's right. That was funny. Oh, being hailed by Lieutenant Malloy. Third time?
Malloy to Orville. I'm sending this message to the year 2015.
2015.
I miss you guys.
I like little details like that. See, this is what makes this show so good. Is the whole...
Gordon
I miss you guys.
Pilot and flight engineer for a private charter airline.
96, jeez.
Pasadena, California. The other night at the party, Charlie was asking Gordon about the cellular phone in his quarters. Got him talking about Laura. I might be off base, but my bet is that his subconscious picked that destination point, the early 21st century.
Yeah.
Trapped in the past?
In a superposition of several possible timelines.
Then he can be.
I love time travel. It's so stupid, but like I love it.
He's calling out to us from the past.
And temporal law compels us to try.
Minutes have been encoded and locked.
If you could go anywhere in time, I'm gonna say, because a lot of people want to go to the future. I'm gonna say in the past. If you could go anywhere in the past, where would you go? What events would you see? Let me know in any comments. I'd be curious. I kind of go back and forth. Like the Old West is always kind of something interesting to see the depictions of cowboys and Old West towns and all that would be kind of interesting.
Quantum core on my mark.
On my mark.
2, 1, mark.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Keep us on the far side of the moon.
We didn't quite make it.
What do you mean? Talent confirmed this is the 21st century.
It is, but our target date
Not
was
2015.
2015.
Oh.
Short. According to our astrometric scans, we're in 2025.
Dang. So he's
From
for 10 years?
He's been for 10 years.
Dang. That's rough. And now you're going to take him away from home.
Kelly and I will go after Gordon, bring him home.
There's one guy who could do it a hell of a lot faster and more efficiently than I can.
Who?
You're looking at him.
Look at him.
Isaac?
Commander Lamar is correct. I am able to direct
Why are you always so shocked?
How the hell is Isaac supposed to walk around 21st century Earth?
Just put a mustache on him, he'll be fine. They're gonna have him like wear a hollow emitter or something like that, like they did in Voyager with the Doc. Oh, and he's gonna be what he really looks like, the actor for him, right? That's awesome.
Reporting for duty, sir.
I feel like it would be difficult because I feel like anytime I'm in a costume of any sort, I tend to feel the character in that costume or whatever, and I can kind of carry myself like that. But outside of the costume, to keep yourself in that mindset, I feel like sometimes would be difficult for an actor.
Great. At least
I always loved when Star Trek would come back to like modern day, modern 90s, modern early 2000s or whatever,
Do you play any sports?
What's your favorite sport? That's another thing I want to know in the comments. What's your favorite sport? For me, it used to be baseball. Baseball's still my favorite sport probably to play. Football is probably my favorite to watch, and I can watch that pretty much anywhere. Basketball is my favorite to watch in person. I don't really like watching it on TV. Oh, so he's working as a pilot. The thing is how would you be able to stay below the radar and not like... He'd have to have a job, and odds are he'd have to do something that he's probably overqualified for.
No, why?
10 years later, that's insane. He had some gray to his hair, I think. Dang. That would be crazy. I'm trying to think from his perspective of like, he's been on Earth, 21st century, for 10 years.
Gordon, I can't believe this is happening. You're here. About 10 years too late.
That's crazy.
Can we take a ride?
Orville. That's awesome.
Somebody already had Orville with an R. I was so pissed. Orville.
That's awesome.
Hell, I didn't even know if the Orville survived the battle with the K-line.
Look, Gordon, I can't imagine how hard this has been for you. But Jesus Christ, you're a Union officer. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't point out...
Please, don't say it, please. Temporal law, stay invisible, don't interact with anyone.
What was he supposed to do? Like how, I don't understand how that
You're gonna
works.
have to answer for this.
Tell me he comes back. I don't want to lose Gordon. And they would have met her too in his HULU program or whatever. What do they call it now? I can't remember. Simulation, you know? I say HULU program just because I'm used to Star Trek. It's just easier. Tell me, does he have a kid? That would be nuts.
Hi, baby. Hi.
She pregnant?
Who are your friends?
He does have a kid.
This is Ed and Kelly.
And she's pregnant too. Are we losing Gordon? Gosh. Unless it's something to where she was meant to die. He changed that, and fixing the timeline would be taking them out of their time. I don't know. My goodness, he looks so preppy. He definitely stands out. I mean, she does too, but she'd be able to get away with being in there just because, yeah, I mean, she's chick.
Is this your boyfriend?
Oh my god, no. I mean, no, this is my brother.
A pleasure to meet you. What are some of your hobbies?
Dude, be freaking awkward, man.
I, don't suppose you'd let us borrow them for a few hours?
Sister's got some big old balls on her, doesn't she?
Negative. Her anatomical construct is comprised of...
So, tell me, who's the strongest guy in here?
The strongest guy. Okay, makes me think of King of the Hill.
Which one of you guys is the tallest?
That's my purse! I don't know you!
If my brother here can beat Richie in an arm wrestling match.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna break his arm.
What do we get if you lose?
I lose. You choose.
Guys are so easy to manipulate, I tell you what. Pride and like horniness, they can be manipulated to do anything. And now back the other way. Back the other way.
Oh no,
I'm losing. That's awesome. He's gonna break his arm. We're gonna see like the muscle like tear or something stupid. And look how puny he is too. Nice. That's awesome. Smart move. Seriously, play to ego and again horniness, and you can manipulate guys into doing most anything probably. Ego is a huge one.
This little pub back in New York, and
Oh, he totally looked and saw after her.
I had no intention of having sex. I thought she was ugly.
Really? Let me finish.
Okay.
The last thing that I wanted was another douchebag.
But she went out with me anyway.
That's right. Yeah. Look at us. 7 years later, that douchebag's my husband.
I'm her douchebag.
I'm a douchebag.
You work out of the Boston area. You must be Sox fans.
Socks are important.
That is so freaking awkward. Socks are important. Oh goodness.
Holy shit.
Hang on, I feel it.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Is everybody gonna be like getting together in this episode?
No. It's like a 50 G-force, completely focused and controlled. Oh my god.
Better?
Oh my. Dude, that would be freaking scary. Getting too rough. Breaking bones. Oh boy, he's in trouble.
Look, I understand that you got a raw deal. I really do. But I want to hear a goddamn good explanation for what's happening, because the way I see it, we ought to haul your ass back to the ship right now and throw you in the brig.
Shut up!
Excuse me, Lieutenant?
No, I'm not your lieutenant. I'm not your helmsman. I'm not your crew. I'm Gordon Malloy, and this is my house.
Gordon, you're guilty of
Dang.
about 50 counts of temporal contamination.
Oh, it looks fine on paper, but the Union has no idea what it's like to be trapped. No idea. So
There's a lot of laws like that like it is hard to like look in the face when you get there.
who's to say I shouldn't be able to do whatever I want?
Seems you really have acclimated to this century.
Yeah.
You may have done irreparable damage already. We don't know. But the longer you're here, the greater the risk.
He's been there for 10 years. It's gonna be hard for him to.
So a verifiable crime is less serious than a hypothetical one? Nice priorities.
That's not hypothetical because the rules are for you to not get involved, so it's technically not hypothetical.
You took too long. And I'm happy here.
Question is, how much of that does she believe?
I think you need to go.
Is how do you even walk her through any of that? If that's even something you can walk through somebody through, you know? She's gonna think you're crazy.
I know. Even when the pandemic came, when everything around us seemed like it was falling apart, you told me it was gonna be okay.
You know, for a lot of people, it did feel like that for a long time.
Change the way you feel about us?
You mean because you've been lying to me our entire life?
Laura, if I had told you,
It would have been useless.
I fell in love with you 3
Before you
centuries
met her,
after you were gone. I want you.
But what's her future like? Because I can't lose Gordon. I can't handle that. I cannot handle losing Gordon. I love Gordon way too much. So maybe she'll come back with him. Maybe it's something to where that'll fix the timeline as far as his involvement in it.
Hi, I'm Nancy Weber. This is my listing.
Hi.
Are you interested in the house?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Yes.
You don't have kids yet?
Negative. Insemination has yet to occur.
Jesus Christ. Is there a
Oh goodness. I really liked him this episode. This season is great. I feel like it started out really good. And then it kind of had like an episode where I was just like, it was good. It was alright. But everything after that has just been kind of just a banger. I've loved all of them. The second episode was the only one that I was kind of like meh about. Although that's just kind of a classic Star Trek to like sort of have an episode that's like a one-off sort of deal.
Pull back 20 meters and redirect laterally.
Acknowledged.
Hopefully she doesn't bug them and interrupt. That would be annoying.
Tonic stress is nominal.
Redirect bearing 011, Mark 12.
I like your hair.
Okay, what the hell are you doing?
Please clarify. I never said thank you for my reactivation.
Yeah, sure. I guess I did.
She's like, yeah,
I didn't like it one bit. I was separating my job from my personal feelings. That's all.
Good job.
Amanda wasn't just my best friend. I loved her. So yeah, I still harbor negative sentiments.
An appropriate response in this moment probably is to say, I'm sorry. But the problem is that he doesn't really experience regret in the same way.
No.
She brought him, or they brought her for forcing him to go.
You can forget it and get the hell out of here.
Gordon.
I said get out!
Gordon, what's going on?
They're here to take me away. You gonna haul me out of here by force?
If I have to.
We all will.
I'm sorry, Gordon. No.
I'm not leaving here without my family.
Daddy, what's wrong?
And when you wake up, we'll be gone. And we will disappear so deep into this world that you won't have a prayer of finding us again.
Check on their... Don't leave Gordon. Please, no.
All right. We're bringing you home.
I don't think you heard me. I told you, I am not...
From 2015.
What?
Farther back down the timeline. You're there, asking for our help. It's a 10-year jump. We'll make it.
No us. No Edward. No baby.
What kind of people are you?
I'm so sorry. But this reality was never supposed to exist.
That's the reason it's illegal and immoral to play God with history.
Who's playing God, huh? The only one playing God here is you. Is it illegal to erase people from existence? Because I call that murder. Jesus Christ, if you have any shred of decency, please don't do this. Ed!
What's gonna happen?
Oh, jeez.
No matter what, I will always love you both. This family is stronger than time. And no matter what happens...
This is so sad. I really wish there was a way for her to come back with him or something. And he'll have no idea of what he lost. This sucks. You know, when he saw them walking up to him, there was such a mixture of like happiness and sadness. I get why he didn't stay incognito, that's for sure. It really sucks. This really sucks. Dang it. And you can't tell him, gosh, or can you? Do you have to? Are you obligated? Yeah, I guess you would be. Oh my gosh. I mean, maybe because he didn't experience that, he'll understand.
It's completely shot. Right from the inside out.
So be it. We have to try. Can't just fly into the future without it.
Oh, can
I'm a
we?
goddamn idiot. Whenever we're using the quantum drive, we're moving faster than light. But the quantum field creates a
they're talking about
bubble
light speed, yeah.
isolating us from the normal space-time continuum. Very thing it's supposed to prevent, we just allow to happen.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because it's quantum drive. Quantum is time.
Do it.
There are worse ideas. I hate that he lost his family. That's terrible. He didn't lose what he never had, but that's... That's rough. That's cool looking. Green, the green added in there, that's pretty neat. Pretty neat.
Union Central is responding, sir. We have permission to dock.
What date is it? I wonder if anything's gonna be changed somehow. I mean, doubtful, but I'm just curious.
It must have been the hardest thing you ever had to do in your life. I can't believe I would be that selfish.
Dude, you had a wife and kids. I mean, he's trying to protect his wife and kids, really, ultimately. He's not supposed to desert his family. In the end, he did the right thing by doing right by his family.
For what it's worth, you did the right thing.
They did the right thing.
As hard as it was, you put your duty
And
first.
so did he.
Yeah,
really.
You're right. I don't feel better.
You're right. Let's try for 3.
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting. I'm glad that he was like, and now, like who he is now, obviously, before going back to when they went back, he was able to step back and be like, geez, I can't believe how difficult that would have been on you guys to make that decision. Very selfless. That's why Gordon's such a good character. Wow. Wow. Seth MacFarlane. What a heartbreaking episode. What a heartbreaking episode. That was so sad. Dang, that was so sad. I don't even know what to say. That was so sad. The fact that he lived a life down there. He had a family, obviously. Shouldn't have got involved. That being said, nobody can blame him. He was down there for a long time without anybody, and that type of seclusion and isolation, that's not good for you. People need people. It does crazy things to you, and it makes you do crazy things. And I stand by what I said, that he did right by his family. As far as his future self goes, he did right by his family by trying to stick with them and not abandon them, which is what a man should do. Instead of just saying, yeah, I'll leave. And they did ultimately what they should have done, which was to go back and bring him back, you know, as close to when he arrived as they could. And that means they just never knew him. And it's heartbreaking, it's sad, the fact that they're not gonna ever exist, but they never existed before. That's so terrifying though. And see, the thing is he wouldn't have been able to come back and ever been able to be like functioning. Like he would have been depressed if he came back without his family. He wouldn't have been able to live life. I mean, talk about freaking Isaac and his suicide attempt. That would have been a suicide attempt there. I mean, just the fact that he had to just leave his family, whom he loved, his wife, his son, his unborn child. I mean, that is rough stuff. That is one of the most heartbreaking episodes of anything I've ever seen, just because, especially I'm a dad, I couldn't imagine that being a thing that happened to me with my kids. Just nuts. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, I don't know what else to say about it except for wow, that was a really good episode. I really enjoy it. Gordon-centric episodes are always just kind of a pog for me. They're always so good. I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to get into the next episode, which I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. It's 1 o'clock. I'm going to stay up until past 2 at this point. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and then I'm going to watch the next episode, which is New Horizons episode 7, From Unknown Graves. This is Orville discovers a Kalon with a very special ability, so I'm excited to get into that. And obviously, just to reiterate what I've already said, I will be watching this, and this episode will come out, if you're watching this on YouTube, this one will come out next week, but the very next reaction video you should be seeing from me will be Halloween Ends, and that comes out on the 14th, but I will be getting that reaction up, hopefully by the sun, obviously you'll be seeing that here soon, but hopefully by the Sunday following that coming out, Sunday or Monday, that's what I'm hoping for. And then the Unknown Graves episode 7 of the Orville will come out on the following week, probably Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Just depends on whenever, because I get like such an itch where I can't wait, even though I do have early access, and I get impatient. So my dog's getting up and wandering around over here behind the green screen. But yeah, no, I'm excited to get all this up, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and get into a horror movie for the end of the month. That way we can have that coming out around Halloween time. And I'm doing all of this while I'm also trying to build a guest house and a bunch of other stuff. And also, me and some family are trying to build, go into some land together. Most of my investments are long-term, they're upfront, but it'll be really nice. Close to, sugar. Hopefully close to like 40 acres if everything goes through right. So that'll be really sweet. Man. I'm excited about so much going on right now. So much is going on. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. All of you who have already subscribed because you want to see more of the Orville, go check out my most recent reaction before this one, which was to what's it called? Police Academy. I freaking love that movie. Hilarious. Before that was Top Gun Maverick. Before that was The Godfather. Go watch any of those reactions or any of my previous reactions. If you want to go see the full reactions, they are on Patreon. You can go ahead and check out my early access to videos like this one. Usually I try to do about a week in advance, although sometimes a little shorter just because I get impatient to try to, you know, put these out there to you guys and get more subscribers and stuff. But I would very much appreciate any kind of support you can show me, whether it's subscribing, commenting, liking, or going over my Patreon and becoming a member there. I'd very much appreciate it. And again, if there's any full reactions that are not up there, message me privately on Patreon, and I will go ahead and I will render those as soon as I possibly can. That way we can get those up and you guys can enjoy it and get full value. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.